So this is the 11:50 hours GMT edition being broadcast about 3 minutes later. The Baby Angel Geronimo editions Khoodeelaar television channel. And it's Wednesday, the 15th of February 2023. We shall talk about the page one piece in today's Sun saying that a pair of gloves has been found that apparently belongs to Nicola Bully. This is the only source that we have seen that item in. We checked on the internet and we shall check again to see if there has been any further updates on that aspect of Nicola Bully's state of being. We send our prayers for Nicola Bully and we send the bestest wishes. And they're saying that the police are holding a press conference. This is following the criticism by Nicola's partner that the police should have held a press conference. They didn't. That was the latest item or latest version. So if they're holding a press conference now, that shows that the police are at least listening to her partner and family. And So, what is happening with the search is, of course, the only thing that is certain is that the search is continuing. Apart from that, there is no real significant developments. That's what we can say. And as I said before, we send our best wishes and prayers for Nicola and her two girls and her loved ones and her parents, of course, and her sister and the many well wishers and friends that are close to where she lives. And we hope that this story ends positively with Nicola being found safe and well. That is our hope. So we go back to the situation in Pakistan and we further discuss Imran Khan. Based on the reports that he appeared via video link on Saturday before the court in connection with his originally lodged libel action against one of the ministers who had made accusations about Imran Khan's handling of the funds belonging to the trust he founded in memory of his mother. And Imran Khan, according to reports in the Dawn outlet and others in Pakistan, Imran Khan admitted that money belonging to the trust fund was part of the money was used for something else. Now, I would say that this is not the first time that Imran Khan has come across as having been less than rigorous. I'm not saying he should come across as perfect. Nobody is perfect. But this is something that Imran Khan, I would say, should have been careful about. Because as a trustee, as the founder of the trust, and as the campaigner against corruption in government, Imran Khan should have made sure that the money belonging to the trust, no amount of the money belonging to the trust went somewhere else, anywhere else. This is a very significant point to make. And this actually refers to the collective state of Imran Khan's rigor. And I go back to the demand that I've been making for several years now, a clear demand. First of all, whatever part Imran Khan may have played in getting to know about what was happening in 1971, Imran Khan, since he became an active party politician, has an absolute highest possible priority obligation as the leading campaigner for integrity, transparency, accountability in Pakistani politics to, first of all, comprehensively issue the overdue apology to all the people in East Pakistan generally and to all the innocent civilian people in East Pakistan during 1971 up to 16th of December who were attacked, vilified and violated, and they were raped, and they were assaulted in many ways, in every way possible. Imran Khan must apologize comprehensively, extensively, without any reservation. And secondly, he must set in motion, as far as the Tehreek-e-Insaf is concerned, as far as the political movement that he fronts, a manifesto commitment that all the victims of the Pakistan military in 1971 in East Pakistan would be compensated. And that he must incorporate into the Haque The Vedh program the Haque The Vedh program a complete admission that the Pakistan army in 1971 was wrong and did things that went clearly against the Haque The Vedh purpose, and that they went against M.A. Jinnah's purpose, Muhammad Iqbal's purpose, and the purpose that Imran Khan has updated during the last 20 years or so. Imran Khan can make the apologies, and following the intellectual tactic and strategy of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, I say that as soon as Imran Khan makes that comprehensive overdue apology, Pakistan's status among the justice respecting people in the world would increase to the power of 1,000,000. And the value in every respect is immeasurable. So Imran Khan must take my advice and do it. Not hesitate, not dither, and not pontificate and not kind of question what I'm saying. Nobody else is saying to him what I'm saying to him and what I have been saying to him. And I say anything I say on the evidence of my work. In the 60s, I actually took on Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, unlike Imran Khan. And I defeated Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in a public debate, to the point where Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was reduced to tears in public. And I defeated Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's plan, entire plan, as far as the conquest of the possible supporters base in East Pakistan was concerned. So I defeated him, whereas Sheikh Mujib didn't defeat him. Nobody else defeated him in the way that I defeated him. So Imran Khan must understand how I defeated Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And a decade later, when his Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's daughter Benazir was the playgirl in the University of Oxford, I investigated her and I found her wanting. Benazir Bhutto was not available to answer questions about what she was doing at the University of Oxford politically in turn. So Imran Khan must take notice of what I'm saying. And I'm putting this to Imran Khan to enhance contextually enhance the overall cause of the Hakiki Azadi. I support the idea of Hakiki Azadi, but the details are according to the evidence that I cite and refer to and rely on. Hakiki Azadi must not be treated as a slogan, which so far it has been. And the Hakiki Azadi will not be Hakiki, will not be the Hakikat of Imran Khan's politics in Pakistan until Imran Khan issues that statement unconditionally apologizing to all the people, innocent people, civilian people in East Pakistan up to 16th of December 1971, who were violated, attacked, intimidated, harassed by the Pakistan military and the Pakistan regime at that time. So we should be updating this and updating on this in due course in future editions. Back to the situation in the United Kingdom and the criminal conspiracy by the racist outfit called the Equalities and Human Rights Commission. It's an insult. This criminality was confected with the collusion of the mental slave Trevor Terrible Phillips, who helped dismember the Commission for Racial Equality. And Trevor Terrible Phillips was acting to his political mistress, Harriet Harman. The Equality and Human Rights Commission is an embarrassment, is a disgrace, is a racist tool which must be scrapped. The Equality and Human Rights Commission has been in conspiracy with Tony, the liar Beliar. And Tony Beliar and the Equality and Human Rights Commission have been in conspiracy with the political murderer of the Labour Party, Keir Starmer. Regardless of the level of Jeremy Corbyn's political kind of limitations, these conspirators, these criminals, factually, morally, evidentially, ethically have no right to blame Jeremy Corbyn for their criminality. We shall be going deeper into the text of the conspirators' statements in due course. Let's check on what is happening with Shamima Begum. So this is from the Evening Standard website. Now, the Evening Standard, we call it Evening No Standard Standard. So what I'm about to cite and read is not being done by my agreeing with anything, just citing it as part of the kind of accessible statement available in the public domain at this moment, which is now 12:13 hours GMT on Wednesday, the 15th of February 2023. It says Shamima Begum was brainwashed. She doesn't owe us regret or remorse. Now, this is the first time, this is the very first time, apart from our campaign, that this phrase is being used about Shamima Begum, that she was brainwashed, which is one of the things that has been or have been done to her and to her three acquaintances and friends. Now, this is a piece apparently written by Martha Gill. Now, let's check if she is connected with anybody. Well, this one apparently is not A. Gill's daughter, which means she is not. Let's see the children, four children, but who are the four children? A. Gill's four children. Are they the four children that Gill had with so he was married to Cressida Connolly from 1990 to 95, that is 5 years. Then he was married for 5 years to Amber Rudd. And then he had the relationship with Nicola Formby, Tetla editor. And they had A. Gill had twins with Cressida. Gill died in London on the morning of 10th of December 2016. So there is no clue as to that Martha Gill, but it probably is the case that Martha Gill is not A. Gill's daughter. So let's go back to the Martha Gill piece about Shamima Begum. Okay, this Martha Gill probably is going to say something that, in addition to what I pointed out, which nobody else has done in any published, accessible piece about Shamima Begum. Well, nobody meaning nobody apart from us. So this Martha Gill appears to be summarizing quite accurately things that are factual. This thing she's saying about Shamima Begum, that Shamima Begum has an image problem. And she's also saying elsewhere that the interview she gave to the journalist from the Times London, Anthony Lloyd, has stuck. And we shall come to that again. Okay, so this is the other bit that she's saying, which is factual. Yes, Begum joined ISIS. She does not deserve to be granted exception from the laws that deal with such people. But there is such there is much in Begum's story to suggest that she does not deserve one of the UK's very harshest treatments. Then she goes on to the nub of the thing in that context. She was recruited at the age of 15 and agreed to marry her jihadi husband. We now know within 10 minutes of meeting him. Other than running away to Syria, there is no evidence that she committed any crime. She was a housewife, she says, and took care of her children. Two of them died before the conditions in the refugee camp took the life of the third. That is Martha Gill summarizing Shamima Begum. Yes, Shamima Begum is not likable, but likability, I would suggest, is not the best basis for international law. Now, that phrase, international law, about Shamima Begum is being seen here for the first time. Apart from us, that is. There is something in our attitude to Begum that smacks of immaturity. It is essentially emotional. We cannot seem to grasp that someone brainwashed as a teenager by ISIS might actually act like a teenager brainwashed by ISIS. Now, I think that this Martha Gill has got a lot of substance as compared to her colleagues in Fleet Street. about Shamima Begum that we shall be considering more. But again, in common with the rest of Fleet Street and the British media, Martha Gill is in denial of the Tower Hamlets Council, the local council. And she's denial of the she's in denial. She is in denial of the safeguarding the children's duties. Okay. So there, despite the fact that we acknowledge Martha Gill's coming across as different about Shamima Begum, we find that she is not substantially really enlightened compared to the others, because she doesn't recognize the existence of Tower Hamlets Council, let alone the existence of the legal obligations Tower Hamlets Council has owed and still owes to Shamima Begum. And Tower Hamlets Council itself is in denial. As we said in the last edition, Tower Hamlets Council's website has got an option, a box called search. And when the name Shamima Begum is entered in that box or in the option, what does the result say? Let's see. The result, if we make it wide and put Shamima Begum without any limitations on the search range, let's say we say Shamima and then the second word Begum. What is the result? It says search results. Shamima Begum, your search for Shamima Begum returned 53 results. What are the results? And what is it saying? It's not talking about Shamima Begum. The results are led by Begum. So if we narrow it to mean Shamima Begum herself, let's see what the result is at 12:26 GMT. 12:26 GMT on Wednesday, the 15th of February 2023. And it says your search for Shamima Begum, which is the narrow search, meaning we have limited this to just Shamima Begum. It reads your search for Shamima Begum returned 0 results. So the 53 results in the wider one was driven by the word Begum, not Shamima. So Martha Gill doesn't recognize the Tower Hamlets Council and its safeguarding duties as owed to Shamima Begum. And Tower Hamlets Council doesn't recognize Shamima Begum at all. Now, one of the things that has been reported by Joshua Baker in his piece published in the Times magazine, not Time magazine, but Times with an S for sugar, the London Times magazine. Tasneem Akunji, let's say within quotation marks, a licensed law trader, is reported as saying that in 20 years of his career, which has included looking at various criminal scenes and backgrounds and so on, he, Tasneem Akunji, had never come across a situation where the suspects have completely, totally erased all traceable signs of their activities, which is what he found when he went looking for evidence in Shamima Begum's family and possibly the family homes of the other two girls. Amira Abbasi and Khadija Sultana. So it is identical to the Tower Hamlets Council, completely erasing all reference, all traces of Shamima Begum from Tower Hamlets Council activities. What does it mean? It means the Tower Hamlets Council, not because we want to call it criminal, Tower Hamlets Council is a criminal organization. Let's look at the entry on the Tower Hamlets Council website. Entry on safeguarding children. Let's see if we can find any entry on this search involving the three words safeguarding children duty, let's say, is three words. And just believe it, it is astonishing. Safeguarding children duty returned zero results. But if we narrow it to just safeguarding children, see what happens. It has got, amazingly, 13 results. And it is nothing to do with Shamima Begum. It is nothing to do with the duty. It is complete rubbish. And it says governing body policy, safeguarding children. And it's talking about exclusions and all that kind of rubbish. So where does the lying regime, the corrupt and the criminal regime in Tower Hamlets Council, as fronted by Lutfur Rahman, described by Election Commissioner Richard Morey as having committed corrupt activities. Let's see what Richard Morey said about Lutfur Rahman. This is the we shall be talking about Richard Mori and Luther Rahman later, not in this edition, but in later editions, because I think it's necessary to take an fact based look at Richard Mori's actual comments and ideology and outlook. So, what we shall be doing, because there are so many items to update on, we shall be putting an end to this particular edition, which is just under 43 minutes, and we shall bring an end to this one at 12:36 hours GMT on Wednesday, the 15th of February 2023.